We're travelling in an armoured vehicle with Ukrainian National Guardsmen going to relieve their comrades who retook the first village in this counter-offensive. At the side of the road, remnants of battle and ruins of what were once family homes. In the last week, the Ukrainians have seized a string of villages along this road, small but significant victories. Ukrainian soldiers now control the village of Blahodatne after a 4-day battle in which they say they killed 50 Russians. They're ready and waiting, happy to see the men who've come to relieve them.
Blahodatne.
Blahodatne?
In Ukraine.
Blahodatne in Ukraine. Blahodatne not in Russia.
No, no.
So how are you happy?
Yes, yes, of course.
Vitaly speaks to me in Spanish. He says only 10 civilians were in the village.
Civilianos es filtración.
They've been taken for what they call filtration, questioning to check they're not Russian collaborators. Then they'll be allowed back home. 2 soldiers keep guard. They're still fighting in nearby villages. Blahodatne is one of hundreds of villages just like this across eastern Ukraine. And you can hear that the battle isn't over yet. But Blahodatne goes down in Ukrainian history because it was the first village to be liberated by the Ukrainians in this counter-offensive. People lived such peaceful lives here once, cultivating their roses. It was a quiet rural existence. Mothers and grandmothers made pickles from their own produce, their husbands busy in the workshop. And then the war came. We can only stay a short time. The soldiers are keen to get back to base. So we head off to the town of Velika Novosilka. These men are coming out of the village of Blahodatne after several days of hard fighting. But they know there's not going to be much respite, because this is just the beginning of the counter-offensive, and there are many, many more villages that they need to recapture if they're going to push the Russians right back. Velika Novosilka also bears the scars of war. It's remained in Ukrainian hands throughout, so has been under constant Russian bombardment. Shops with no stock and no customers. So much destruction all across eastern Ukraine. The National Guardsmen here say they've captured 12 Russians in the battles they've fought in the area.
Ми передаємо цих людей спеціальним підрозділам, вони з ними спілкуються, отримують вже повну інформацію. Перше враження, вони кажуть, що вони прийшли не за своєю волею. Тобто їх змусили сюди прийти. Наскільки то правда? Сумніваюся, є і сили, яких змусили, але і ті, що за якоюсь мотивацією або за грошима перейшли сюди.
War doesn't deter everyone. Alexei is cycling to see his friend on the other side of town. It's been a good year for the roses. This is very beautiful. Maybe if the counter-offensive succeeds, when they bloom next June, things will be better.